Hi there, everyone. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on the four essays that I assigned for this assignment. So, just to give you a sense of things about them, and I'm going to start with, pardon me, with what is it? What is College Level Writing by Patrick Sullivan? This is it mentions, if you look down at the bottom of the first page, TETYC. That is a National Council of Teachers of Education, NCTE. No, wait, wrong. National Council of Teachers of English. I belong to the organization and I don't even know what it's called. So NTCE. It has many sort of subgroups, and I'm having a little problem here. I got a dog on one side over here and a cat over here. Here, you can see Keiko. He doesn't want to look at the camera. He doesn't want to be held either. He just wants love. And one of the dogs is down here. Anyway, so enough of the animals. I don't know where all the others are. Actually, I do. I see one, and there's another dog running around. Anyway, more to the point. TETYC, that is Teaching English in a Two-Year College. So this is one of the NCTE, National Council of Teachers of English, the broader organization. This is aimed at faculty and teachers like me, people who teach in community colleges. Sometimes they're called two-year colleges. Sometimes they're called junior colleges. It really just depends what part of the country you're in. And sometimes they drop the community and just call them college. So it's sometimes hard to tell what they're at. So what is college level writing by Patrick Sullivan is aimed at faculty like me primarily. Its primary audience. And here comes another dog. We'll leave him out of this. But so there's a ball. The dog's brought me a ball. There you go. Have your ball. Um, no, we're not going to play. Sorry. I should probably stop and start over, but what the heck? That's what happened when you do things at home sometimes. So, TETYC, primarily a two-year college faculty, teachers of English, and the journal covers issues of concern to folks like myself, and but it affects definitely people like you as our students. So it's a good thing there, and so if we look at it, its audience is particularly people like me. What is the purpose? Well, I think if we just look at the title, it's to help us all figure out, what is college level writing. He mentions that we teach developmental classes, and a number of you wrote about that. And so, how do we decide when a student is ready to move from the developmental level to the transfer level? And what is it, that makes that clear? And so, and something the essay doesn't touch on is, and a number of you have at least sort of talked about, though not knowing you were talking about it necessarily, is the idea that should you be college level writer when you begin this class or when you end this class? And that kind of thing. And so, should high schools produce college level writers, or should they maybe produce writers who, through one course, become more or less college level? So there's that kind of thinking there. And so the purpose of this is to help us come to some understanding, move the conversation forward. Certainly, I think you would say it doesn't answer anything in particular, but it helps us get the conversation going. And I may have mentioned that Patrick Sullivan, along with a couple of other people who study this issue, have collected 2 books of essays with a title of this essay, and there are many essays about just this issue, so it's not a one-shot deal. So anyway, that is what is college level writing. Um, so what do professors say about college writing? And this one is in the English Journal. Again, this is an NCTE publication, but the audience for this one is primarily high school teachers. Excuse me. Based on my experience, very few high school teachers have joined. What the heck? Something went funny there. Have joined. Okay. The dog. We don't want to throw the ball now. Have joined the NCTE. They're especially around here. My wife has worked with some as a middle school English teacher, and I was like, many of her colleagues had never heard of the NCTE, which is kind of a two-pronged problem, a faculty problem, not knowing their professional organizations, and the professional organization not connecting to the faculty who they want to serve. Anyway, but what this does, so we see the audience here is primarily high school teachers, primarily high school English teachers, and what would I say the purpose is? Well, it's helping those teachers understand what their students are going to face, and maybe that way they can also help their students be better prepared for. Hey, Kai, stop. Sorry about that. One of the dogs wants to play with the cats, and one of the cats does not want to play with the dog. Kai. So, my apologies for the distraction. So anyway, focused on high school teachers and purpose to help those high school teachers better serve their college or college-bound students. So Kai, leave the cat alone. Looking now at listening to students, new insights on their college writing expectations. And yet again, another NCTE publication. This one's the Council Chronicle. And I think I get this journal. It's not one I have a great awareness of for some reason, but it seems to cover all levels of issues. NCTE is aimed at from elementary school teachers to college and university teachers. They try to cover the gamut. They have a publication called Middle Voices, I think, for middle school, and I don't know what they have for the the K-6 teacher. But anyway, so again, this one is looking at again with a broader audience, I think, than before with the Council Chronicle, because it's a publication aimed at K-12 and higher ed teachers, and so it's all over the map in that regard. And so my sense is, and I don't pay enough attention to the Council Chronicle, is that it wants to inform English teachers of concerns at all levels, and so the audience is much broader, which is probably why this is a shorter article, because somebody who's more interested, say, in the two-year college experience is going to be looking at, is going to be willing to read the 17 or some odd pages of Patrick Sullivan's essay. So there's that there. So this listening to students is for a much broader audience to get a sense of, what is it students are saying about their college experience, and how might all their teachers, before they get there, prepare them for it. So there's that. So lastly is the Occupy Writing Studies. Yet again, I don't know if I did this on purpose. I don't think I did. But this again is an NCTE publication. It is the conference. It is college from a publication, CCC. It says at the bottom that is College Composition and Communication. And so this again is aimed at college and university faculty. And nobody read this one, at least the last time I checked. I'll probably check after I put up this video, but nobody read this one, which is okay. It is, Occupy Writing Studies, Rethinking College Composition for the Needs of the Teaching Majority. That teaching majority they're referring to, even if it's not actually a numerical majority, again, are two-year college faculty. But what they are looking at here is the need for when colleges and universities do research projects, all too often they tend to look at what is happening at four-year institutions, and when they look at those four-year institutions, they just omit all of what is happening at the two-year colleges. And I think they say roughly 45% of the students are being taught writing at a community college. And so if you just omit half of the population, you're not going to get a good look at the issue. And so this is what, so the audience here, well, it could be scholars, and most scholarship occurs with the four-year institutions because they don't teach as many classes and they're expected to do more scholarship, whereas somebody like me is expected to teach, and work in the scholarship on the side. You get down as catch can, and some of us do a better job of that than others. Whereas at most four-year institutions, they are required to engage in scholarship. They are required to publish in a variety of publications and engage in work that moves the profession forward in some way or another. So there you go. Oops, sorry. I threw the ball to one dog and the other dog took it and nearly landed on a cat. Okay, so college composition and communication. It is a publication of the Conference on College Composition and Communication, which is the primary, fundamental, quiet. Kai, leave the cat alone. Down. It is the it's the preeminent college teaching and writing group in the nation and maybe even in the world, primarily because Americans study the teaching and writing more than do other people. So this is aimed at a university audience primarily, but also at, say, teachers like me who might be involved in projects with people from universities or that sort of thing. I'm on a different group I belong to where I'm on the editorial board. I don't have anything from them, the writing program administrators. But excuse me, I shouldn't be looking down. I should be looking at the camera. But this is this is a good one. So we have a broader audience here again, and I would say the purpose is to be sure that when we study the teaching of writing, that we look at where it really happens and not, and we look at the different populations where it happens and not just one type of population. Say, generally speaking, students who take English 101, wherever it is, are going to be different at the University of Washington, are going to be a little different at Eastern Washington University, are going to be a little different at WSU, are going to be a little different at the University of Washington, and so on. And so if we just study it in one of those places, we miss a lot of important information, though there is also a lot of overlap. So anyway, that's about too long, and the dogs and cat, only one of the three cats decided to chime in, made it come out a little longer because I'm not very focused sometimes. But whoops. So, but anyway, I wanted to just give you a little more sense of what is going on with these, each of these essays, and see what you would make of it. And so, if you have any questions about it, let me know. If you want to work this into your essays, that is fine. Yeah, so anyhow, whatever comes up. So let me know, and I'll see you soon, talk to you soon, that kind of thing. Bye-bye.